Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today starting How to Fool a Liar King Remastered. This is going to be yet another visual novel. So before we get started, like most other visual novels, we're going to head into our options. We're going to crank up the text speed and the autoplay speed to get this game done as quickly as possible. Make sure you set skip mode to all, and you can keep the last option, stop skipping after choices, to yes. Then feel free to start up a game, and then we're going to get to the chapter select. Obviously, since we're starting out, we're going to have to pick the prologue. You can name your character if you want to, doesn't really matter, just hit OK. And then once you get to the prologue, you're going to skip the text bits with left trigger. If you get a cutscene or one of the musical moments, you can skip those by hitting the A button and then just get back into the game. This one's going to be a traditional visual novel where the fast forward is going to auto stop whenever you need to make a story choice. Just make sure you choose the right choices in order to steer the story in the direction you want it to. Choices that you need to pick for this specific playthrough are going to be listed in the margin, so make sure you follow along at home and you shouldn't get lost, and then just get through the entire game like this. This game is going to be 2 playthroughs. Each of the playthroughs are going to be about 8 to 10 minutes long or so with the fast forward, so make sure you keep that in mind. Make sure you choose all of the correct choices, and it should steer you to one of 2 endings that you need. You should also be good for all of the bonus chapter achievements along the way. This game isn't going to be terribly choice heavy. In fact, you only need to make choices for the first 2 chapters, so just make sure you keep that in mind. You can pretty much do all of the gameplay during the first third of the game, and then the last part of the game, the only thing you're really doing is hitting the A button every time a new chapter starts. Also, to make the game a little easier to follow, the way we have it set up is every time we make a choice, we're going to have to re-enable the fast forward by hitting left trigger again. That way, you should be able to follow the guide without the game fast forwarding too far ahead, and you should be able to keep track of your choices a lot better. Other than that, it's going to be pretty typical stuff. No save manipulation that you have to deal with, no mini games or anything. So, very straightforward visual novel that you can get done in 2 playthroughs, with each of them being at most 10 minutes long or so. So enjoy this super duper easy completion that we have right here. All right, once you reach the credits, feel free to hit the A button to skip that. If everything has gone according to the way we have laid out, you should also get to the epilogue, and we're just going to get through this. Thankfully, there are still no choices, so as you can see, there's nothing to do after Chapter 2 other than initiate each chapter. So we're just going to get through the epilogue, which should only take a few seconds or so. But once we get back to the main menu, we should be good for this character's specific ending, which should give you the last achievement. We're going to have one other playthrough to do to cover the other character, so we'll get to that in the next part, but that's going to wrap it up for now. Don't forget to check back soon at next time. We're going to finish up this game, and that's all there is to it.